Nootropic stacks are designed to bring out the potential effects of compounds and dietary supplements that can work together. One of the most popular stacks is a simple combination of L-Theanine and caffeine. As the key ingredient in coffee and tea, caffeine is known for its increase in energy. The main mechanism of action for the caffeine involves its role as an adenosine antagonist. Adenosine is a compound that's found in the body, and it causes relaxation and a sense of calm when it activates its receptors in the brain. Essentially, it ensures the brain doesn't become overexcited. There's 4 types of adenosine receptors: the A1, A2A, A2B, and A3. And caffeine is an antagonist at all 4 subtypes. The antagonism of the A2A receptor is the primary mechanism for caffeine's wakefulness-promoting effects, and it's also the subreceptor that the caffeine has the highest affinity for. The A2A receptor is also an important regulator of glutamate and dopamine release. They're predominantly expressed in the enkephalin-expressing GABAergic striatopallidyl neurons, and they tightly interact structurally and functionally with the dopamine D2 receptors. This makes them a crucial target for supporting sleep, motivation, reward, pain, and physical performance. The caffeine mimics adenosine, but it acts in reverse to prevent the adenosine from reaching its receptors. This results in a sense of wakefulness and physical and mental alertness. Inhibiting adenosine can also affect the systems involved in adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine, and this contributes to many of caffeine's potential nootropic effects. Some studies show that caffeine can improve memory, enhance concentration, and promote general cognition. Caffeine also metabolizes into a number of different compounds, all of which have their own unique effects in the body. The highest percentage metabolite, paraxanthine, isn't produced by any plant, and it only exists in nature as a metabolite. Roughly 84% of a caffeine dose is metabolized into paraxanthine in a process called demethylation. It possesses equal potency to the caffeine and has a number of unique benefits. Paraxanthine is a competitive, non-selective phosphodiesterase inhibitor, and it increases CAMP levels, activates protein kinase A, and inhibits TNF-alpha and leukotriene synthesis. Unlike caffeine, it results in increased transport of potassium and calcium ions into skeletal muscle. The second highest percentage metabolite of caffeine is theobromine. It's an alkaloid that's also found in chocolate, tea leaves, and the cola nut. It's also created by the demethylation of caffeine, but at a different position on the structure. Theobromine is then metabolized to xanthine. It's also a phosphodiesterase inhibitor and has very similar effects to paraxanthine. The third metabolite of the caffeine is theophylline. It's found in the leaves of tea and in cocoa. So not only do the direct effects of caffeine come into play, but its metabolites are also responsible for many of the varied effects that people receive after consuming caffeine. This includes some of the side effects, and this is where the L-Theanine can be useful. L-Theanine is an amino acid, and it's most commonly found in certain mushrooms and tea leaves. The theanine has a similar structure to glutamine and glutamate. It exists naturally in the L form. It can be also made synthetically as a mix of D and L form more cheaply. Theanine has been shown to react with neuroreceptors, particularly increasing the production of GABA. GABA has various functions in the body, but it's best known for managing stress messages and for generating alpha waves. Alpha waves are electrical impulses in the brain, and they've been found to accompany states of physical calm and relaxation without feeling heavy or listless. Other studies have found the alpha waves can boost creativity. L-Theanine binds to ionotropic glutamate receptors, including kainate and AMPA as antagonists, and NMDA receptors as agonists. It also binds to group 1 metatropic glutamate receptors, which are involved in learning and memory. Unlike the ionotropic receptors, the metatropic glutamate receptors are not at ion channels, but instead they control the activation of biochemical cascades, and this leads to the modification of other downstream proteins and ion channels. This mechanism leads to changes in synaptic excitability, or even the induction of post-synaptic responses. Research shows that L-Theanine can improve mental focus and attention, as well as sharpen the senses. The theanine can also promote healthy stress levels. In addition, studies have shown the L-Theanine supplementation can extend the lifespan of C. elegans by an average of 3.6% and a maximum value of 4.4%. More studies are needed to assess if the longevity effects translates into humans, but the effect is very promising. Human studies have also shown L-Theanine supplementation, paired with green tea extract, improved delayed recognition time and immediate recall scores. As effective as caffeine can be, it has drawbacks. Taking too much caffeine can easily lead to jitters and a characteristic crash once the caffeine has worn off. Mismanaging your caffeine can also cause sleep issues and lead to a tolerance to the compound, forcing you to take more of it to sustain similar effects. This is where the L-Theanine comes in. When taken together, the L-Theanine can take the edge off the caffeine. The potential inhibitory nature and calming effects of the theanine can nullify the jittery muscles, hyperactivity and the restlessness that comes with taking too much caffeine. Since L-Theanine can increase dopamine, GABA and glycine levels in the brain and can inhibit the glutamate excitotoxicity, it's ideal for balancing the unwanted side effects of caffeine. More importantly, combining theanine and caffeine can also increase the potential benefits of both compounds. They act synergistically together to improve the beneficial effects of both. Studies show when the two are taken together, they improve mental focus, reaction time, attention span, memory recall, and promote muscle dexterity. Studies show caffeine alone improves accuracy on attention switching tasks, but the combination of both caffeine and L-Theanine improved both the speed and the accuracy of performance of the same tasks, and it reduced susceptibility to distracting information during memory tasks. While the L-Theanine and caffeine have beneficial effects on their own, multiple studies show the combination of both can significantly improve the effects. Standard ratios are 2:1 of theanine to caffeine. To learn more about herbs, supplements and natural treatments, or to book a consultation, check out my website.